Spotify versus SoundCloud. A few of you have been commenting that I should take a look at Spotify versus SoundCloud and debunk any of the myths going on between Spotify and SoundCloud. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'll be looking at Spotify and SoundCloud over a variety of different sections and seeing whether SoundCloud might be right for you or if Spotify is right for you. If you're new here, please punch the subscribe button. Stick around. I do weekly videos. I'm a singer-songwriter myself, and I do have my music on SoundCloud and Spotify. I'll leave a couple of links in the description below. Let's get right into this video though, Spotify versus SoundCloud. Okay, how I'm going to structure this video is in 4 different sections: music, music discovery, features, and pricing. And I'm going to go over each of those sections between both of the applications, which one's better for you, SoundCloud or Spotify. The first section and most important section would be music. The catalog of songs on Spotify versus SoundCloud are very different. SoundCloud actually has more songs than Spotify. SoundCloud has, I think, about 125 million songs. How can that be, right? Where Spotify only has about 60 million, only. That's still an incredible amount of songs that you'll never be able to even listen to in your entire lifetime. Well, Spotify has less songs because their main focus is on mainstream music and popular music, where SoundCloud's focus is more on independent music and kind of this bedroom producer, bedroom artist music, where, for example, if I'm a producer or artist, I can make a song in my bedroom studio and upload it to Spotify for free. Because of that, there are many more songs on SoundCloud. It means actually more choice, but it doesn't necessarily mean more quality. So you're gonna find more songs on SoundCloud. And if you're interested in more bedroom artist, singer-songwriter, producer music that might not have the same quality as the music on Spotify, well, SoundCloud is going to be right for you. There are more independent artists on SoundCloud. If you're more interested into mainstream music, you want to listen to the Ed Sheeran albums, you want to listen to the Justin Bieber albums, you want mainstream pop music, you're going to want to go with Spotify. Spotify recommends mainstream music to you. They sort it nicely, they categorize it nicely. There's less noise in Spotify than there is in SoundCloud, and if you want that type of mainstream pop music, go with Spotify. So when it comes to the section of music, obviously if it's quantity, SoundCloud is the winner here, and it's a crowned winner if you're into that independent music. When it comes to mainstream pop music and clean design of categorization of this music, I'm going to crown Spotify, and personally, subjective, I like the Spotify music more than I do like the SoundCloud. So for me, crowned winner for Spotify. Second section, which is music discovery, and definitely a big one for you out there if you're deciding between Spotify and SoundCloud music. I'm definitely a fan of the Spotify algorithm. Spotify recommends new music for you that are very in line with your interests. And they have playlists such as the Discovery Weekly playlist and the Taste Breakers playlist, which really put that new music right in front of you that you've never heard before, that you likely will like. I've discovered a lot of new music on Spotify of bands and artists that I've never heard of before, but I do like them now. When it comes to SoundCloud, not as strong of an algorithm. They do recommend new artists for you that you should check out in your feeds, but the recommendations just are not as strong from what I've noticed in terms of my tastes and likes. This is basically SoundCloud here, and they do have the section of who to follow, so they do recommend artists that you might like. I have found some other things here. You can see though that this guy here has a promoted post there. So SoundCloud is pushing a bit of a revenue stream there and having space for promoted ads. Probably wouldn't like this person because they're being paid to put there. I might like these people. It's more of an organic thing. This is something that Spotify doesn't do yet. I haven't noticed like paid promotion to get on top of the list. Like you can't pay to get on someone's Discovery Weekly playlist. If you're looking to discover more independent artists, you're going to want to go with SoundCloud because you just don't get that discovery on Spotify. You will discover new music, but it's always high quality, mainstream music, where on SoundCloud it's like some of the recordings are really bad. Some people like that, and if you want that, you're going to want to go with SoundCloud. Subjective opinion, for music discovery, I'm going to crown Spotify as the winner because I'm more into that mainstream thing. If you're into independent music, I'll crown SoundCloud is the winner for you. Let's jump into the third section, features. Who has better features, SoundCloud or Spotify? The core business models of Spotify and SoundCloud are very different. Spotify is a mainstream music streaming service, where SoundCloud is also a mainstream music streaming service, but they're really promoting independent musicians and for musicians and artists to upload music to Spotify. So a lot of their core business model is uploads of new songs. So they have that whole distribution service as well on SoundCloud, which Spotify, you can't upload music directly to Spotify. You have to use a distributor between you and Spotify. So that's a big difference there between the core business models. And because of that, the features are quite different. Really great features when it comes to the social networking side of Spotify, who you can follow, who they're listening to. You can create collaborative playlists with your friends. You can see in real time what your friends are listening to. You can follow your friends, you can follow your artists. That whole feedback loop of follow to see what people like is very strong on Spotify. Those types of features are on SoundCloud as well, but they're just a little less prevalent. You can tell that SoundCloud is more of a creator. For example, SoundCloud has a great feature where you can just message other people. So it is a messaging service. They offer that inside their platform. And I guess both are winners in this section in their own rights because they're quite different. The last section, which would be pricing. Quite simple when it comes to Spotify. There is a free version. Sign up, listen to as much music as you want, but you can't download music. You have to listen to ads and you're limited to a number of skips. So it's kind of annoying. If you want to get rid of all that stuff, you can pay $9.99 a month. You can bump up to about $14.99 a month and have 6 accounts as a family plan. And if you're a student, you can have a plan for about $5.99 a month. With SoundCloud, it's very similar. You can just go to SoundCloud, sign up with your email, and have a free account and start streaming music and listening to things, but you're going to be blocked again with ads and these types of things. If you want to get rid of that, they do have a starter plan at $5.99 a month, which is less expensive than Spotify, but there are a couple of restrictions. For example, you're not going to get access to the full catalog of SoundCloud. They're going to dampen that a little bit for you, and they're going to try to get you to upgrade to the next plan, which is the SoundCloud Go Plus, which is $9.99 a month. And with this plan, you'll get ad-free listening, you can save unlimited tracks, you have the access to full catalog, and high quality audio. It's about the same quality as audio as you would get on Spotify. The amount of compression is quite similar. The only big platform that has the best quality audio is Tidal, and I've done another video on comparison to Spotify. You can go check that out if you're interested. Pricing when it comes to SoundCloud and Spotify, which is better? Well, SoundCloud is cheaper, but you don't get access to a full catalog of music. So I'm going to crown Spotify as the winner here just because they have the extended free platform forever. You can get to like it, and then if you do really enjoy it, start paying the $9.99 a month, or if you're a student, it's $5.99. You know what? Subjective opinion. If you're an independent musician fan, get the free account for SoundCloud and then start paying later if you really enjoy it. So both crown winners there. I guess it's a bit of a cop-out. Let's debate about this in the comments. Do you like Spotify more than you like SoundCloud? Which do you use? I'm interested to hear what you think. Feel free to check out some of my own music. I've left some links in the description below. It's all on SoundCloud and it's all on Spotify as well. Punch the subscribe button if you're new here, and I hope to see you in the next video.